The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. In a quiet little town by a gentle river lived a cheerful boy named Tom Sawyer. Tom was full of energy, loved adventures, and found excitement in even simple things. He often played outside with his friends and spent days exploring fields and climbing trees. One bright morning, Tom was not playing as usual. He stood by a long wooden fence, holding a big brush and looking sadly at a bucket of white paint. His Aunt Polly had asked him to paint the fence, but Tom felt bored. Just then, his friends passed by, laughing and joking. Tom quickly pretended painting was fun. He smiled widely, brushing slowly and carefully. Curious, his friends came closer. "What are you doing, Tom?" asked Ben. "This is very special work," Tom replied calmly. "Not everyone can paint this fence." Soon, his friends wanted to try. Tom happily let them, and before long, the whole fence was painted white. Tom smiled to himself, proud of his cleverness. One day, Tom met Huckleberry Finn, a boy with no home or rules to follow. Huck was free to do whatever he pleased, and Tom admired that. Together, they became good friends, planning adventures and talking under the stars. One warm night, Tom and Huck went to the old graveyard. It was dark, and the moon was hidden behind clouds. As they watched quietly, they saw 3 figures moving near the graves. They recognized one man as Injun Joe, who frightened them both. Suddenly, the men began to argue, their voices rising angrily. Tom and Huck watched, scared and still. Then something terrible happened. Injun Joe hurt one of the men and quickly ran away. Tom and Huck ran home, frightened by what they had seen, and promised never to tell anyone. Days passed, and Tom felt uneasy. He could not forget what he had seen. He and Huck decided they must hide for a while, away from trouble. With their friend Joe Harper, they took a small raft down the river and landed on a quiet island. On the island, they played pirates, swimming in the clear river and eating fish cooked over a fire. At first, it was exciting. But after a few days, Tom missed Aunt Polly. He wondered if she missed him too. That evening, the boys saw a small boat searching the river, calling their names softly. They felt sorry, knowing their families missed them. Tom had an idea. "Let's surprise them," he whispered. The boys quietly returned home during the night. The next day, at their own funeral, the whole town gathered sadly. Suddenly, Tom, Huck, and Joe appeared. Everyone cried and hugged them tightly. Tom felt loved and happy to be home again. Later, Tom went to Becky Thatcher's house. Becky was a sweet girl he liked very much. They smiled shyly at each other, forgetting their small arguments. Soon after, Tom and Becky joined their friends for a picnic near McDougal's Cave, a mysterious place with many tunnels. Excited, they explored deep inside the cave. They walked and laughed, feeling brave and adventurous. But as the day turned darker, Tom and Becky became lost. They wandered in circles, holding each other's hands tightly. Tom kept calm, reassuring Becky they would find a way out. But hours passed, and they grew tired and worried. Tom tried to cheer Becky up. "We'll find a way," he promised softly. Just then, Tom saw a small opening ahead. Holding Becky's hand firmly, he led her slowly through the narrow path. They finally reached the bright sunshine, safe and relieved. Everyone celebrated their return, amazed by Tom's courage. Tom later heard the cave had been closed tightly. Remembering Injun Joe, he realized the man had hidden there. He quickly told the townspeople, who found Injun Joe inside, ending his frightening presence in the town. One peaceful afternoon, Tom and Huck visited the cave again. Inside, they discovered something wonderful: a box filled with gold coins. Their eyes sparkled with excitement. They brought the treasure back to the town and shared their story. Everyone praised their honesty and bravery. Tom and Huck felt proud but shy, realizing their adventures had turned them into heroes. Aunt Polly smiled warmly at Tom, seeing the boy she loved becoming kind and responsible. As days passed, Tom thought about his adventures. He learned that bravery was facing fears. Honesty made hearts lighter, and kindness brought happiness to everyone. He felt thankful for friends, family, and even simple joys like painting fences. At night, Tom lay quietly in his bed, looking at the stars through the window. The soft sounds of the river comforted him. He felt calm and happy, remembering his adventures. He closed his eyes and rested,